Welcome to NMS. I was asked the other day if I could put together a presentation on how to go and get ready for your first bodybuilding contest. So what I did was I created a PowerPoint presentation, which I'm going to go through now, on what I believe are the important things for when you want to compete in your first bodybuilding show. So let's get this moving. So number one, get a physique assessment. Now get someone who has experience to assess your physique, someone who's competed before and understands the physique competitions. That means not someone who's just done one competition, but many, can give you a lot of good advice on your physique. So they're going to assess, first of all, do you have enough muscle mass? They're going to assess your strengths and weaknesses. They're going to assess your current body fat and condition. They're going to give you some advice on what you need to be able to do to compete successfully in your first competition. So these things are important to know your physique and know where you're at. Because competing in your first one, you want to make sure that you at least you have something that you can use to compete with. Decide the organisation you want to compete. Are you going to compete natural? Are you going to compete untested? What level of contest are you going to start at? Obviously, regional, state is probably the better one, depending on what the competition has. Look for information on each organisation and have an idea of what you want from that organisation. So obviously, if it's a natural one, look for the organisation that makes you feel the most comfortable. Look for an organisation that does have lots of different levels so that you can start off at a low level and work your way up. So the rules, classes and judging. So obviously, if it's a natural competition, it's going to have a drug testing criteria and natural free period. Let's say you've used steroids before. They're going to say maybe 5 or 7 years drug-free before you can actually compete in their organisation. You're going to have a look at what classes are available. So you've obviously got physique, you've got classic, you've got bodybuilding. In women's, you've got figure, you've got fitness, you've got bikini, you've got sports model. So you pick which sort of one you're going to compete in. Obviously, if you go and have someone assess your physique, they might be able to give you some ideas on that. And then you've got to look at the criteria for each class. Now, obviously, if it's something like bikini, large amounts of definition is not going to be important, but actually being in reasonable shape and having a good sort of shape while not being too lean is probably going to be important. Is there an initial assessment round? So do you have to walk out, do a walk around, or in bodybuilding or whatever, do you do some poses to show your strong points before they actually line you up for judging? What are the main rounds of judging? So symmetry and muscularity is generally what a lot of shows have. Is there a free posing round? So there might be a 1 minute posing round that you do to your music. If there is one of those, obviously, what sort of music are you going to pick? People sometimes pick very mainstream music. I always like to pick something that's a little bit more original and something that suits the sort of music I like and I guess the way I want to express myself. How is it judged based on muscularity, symmetry, definition, proportion? What's more important? Rules regarding costumes, jewelry, tattoos and props, etc. Preparation and posing. Getting into contest condition and maintaining muscle is very important. Learning and practicing the poses for your development and shape. Learning the stage and positioning and what suits you best for your physique. Get an experienced person to teach you. Or go to posing classes. Very important that you understand how to do the poses from someone who can actually give you some advice on your physique, how to best hit the poses for your particular physique, because not everyone's the same. We also have to look at what looks good in the mirror doesn't always look good on the stage. What I mean by that is when you're staring at a mirror, you're looking straight ahead, but normally the judges are down from you. So sometimes you have to angle yourself for the judges. And you have to really practice the poses to make sure that you're doing them the correct way. Tanning and skin preparation. You will need to shave and exfoliate your skin before the contest. And that's important because if you try to put tan on and you can't shave after you put the tan on, and certainly it's not going to go on skin that hasn't been exfoliated so that your skin can absorb the tan. Most contests have backstage tanning now, which is really good. We used to have to go and put it on ourselves, and I tell you what a messy process. So they can do it for you. They also do the oiling for you. You just have to make sure you organise early, all that sort of thing, so that when you get to the contest, you're not stressing, oh, where's my tanning? What do I have to do? See where they are, ask them what time they want you there, and make sure that you have plenty of time. Costumes. Make sure that the costume suits your physique or figure. A lot of people pick unflattering outfits, and it's not really a good thing if you pick the wrong outfit for your physique or figure. Make sure that the outfit conforms to the rules. G-strings are not allowed in contest, but it has to have enough material to cover certain parts. So make sure that it suits the rules of the competition. Make sure the outfit suits your age and doesn't accentuate loose areas or areas that you maybe not your strong points. So if you're a bit older and you have a little bit of loose skin on your butt, you're probably going to have something that's a little bit wider. If you're younger and okay, no loose skin, cool. Sky's the limit on what you can wear. You can wear something a little bit more revealing. You just got to be careful that you pick the right outfit for your development, age, and obviously where areas you might have loose skin. Pick a color that suits your skin tones and your personality. Sometimes people pick unusual colors and it goes against their skin tones, and sometimes it just doesn't look good. Compete to be your best. What do I mean by that? Many people have preconceived ideas of winning. It's good to go into a contest and you're in very good shape and you've got good muscle and everything, but we can't pick our competition and we can only be the best of what we are. So enjoy the competition. If you get beaten by a better competitor, by all means, get some feedback from the judges for your next one. Bodybuilding is a long-term improvement process. You're not always going to be at your best in your first competition, and your first competition is a good time to make the most mistakes and then fix them. Enjoy your hard work and work on improving for your next contest. So that's pretty much what I've got for you guys. I'm going to leave this here on TikTok, and I'm also going to put it on YouTube. Make sure that you understand the competition and make sure you know why you're competing. Get into the best shape you can and enjoy it. Thanks for listening, guys. Any comments or any questions, by all means, ask away. I've got many years of competition and I can give you a lot of feedback on what I believe is important, especially with the posing. Thanks for listening, guys, and I'll talk to you next time.